Hey everyone, I need your attention for 1 minute. This is not one of those ads. This is something that has changed my entire life. If you've been listening to this podcast, you know that this is all about personal development as the foundation for everything good in your life. And this podcast is now sponsored by Growth Day, which is the world's first all-in-one personal development app. I mean, oh my gosh, can you imagine having everything all in one place that you need to create the life that you want? Now you can. So if you've been struggling with your motivation, your mood, your productivity, or your purpose, you have to check this out. Growth Day helps you consciously change your life and achieve your potential. It has all the self-improvement tools, motivational classes, and life coaching all in one place. So many of us want to improve our lives, but the question is how? Where do we start? What do we use? How do you get unstuck? How do you make self-improvement stick? Well, research shows how. It's when you consistently journal, track your habits, set goals, learn from empowering mentors, and challenge yourself that you'll be happier, healthier, and more successful. But let me ask you something. Where do you actually do all of your personal development work? I have to tell you that over 300,000 people use Growth Day for a reason. It works. It's the world's #1 software for self-improvement. Growth Day has an amazing mindset journal that I absolutely love, a habit tracker, and a goal-setting system. In fact, I bet if you went to my stories this week, you probably saw me using the journaling app and telling you to do it too, because it's the first time that journaling has ever actually stuck consistently in my life because of this app. And best of all, Growth Day has live inspirational classes every single week from the world's top motivational speakers and life coaches. These are people who have impacted my life in huge ways. These are mentors who I already knew and loved. In fact, this is something that's so huge for me, you guys. I personally teach a class in Growth Day every single month, and it is one of the most fun things that I get to do, and I'd love to see you there. These classes will truly shift your life. There's always something new that you will learn. So join me and 300,000 achievers growing our lives with actual real intention. Visit growthday.com/Lori for a free trial. Yes, you can try this for free. So go to growthday.com/Lori and go live your best life. You guys, that's growthday.com/Lori. And I can't wait to see you there.
It made me realize that I need to be so clear and I have to know so much that it doesn't matter whose opinion comes at me ever, because this is why I'm here and this is what I'm doing, and I'm not going to die without doing it. Welcome to the Earn Your Happy podcast. I'm Lori Harder, founder of The Bliss Project, 3-time fitness world champion, fitness expert, and cover model turned self-love junkie, lifestyle entrepreneur, and author. Each week, I'll bring you a guest or a thought that will help you bust through your fears, connect to your soul, and get focused and clear so you can elevate your life, business, and relationships. We don't wait until we're ready for someone to tell us we're good enough. We take what we want and we anoint ourselves. Get ready to earn, own, and unapologetically rock your happiness every single day. Are you with me? Here we go. Welcome back to the Earn Your Happy podcast. And it's time for another quickie because there's always time to fit in inspiration. And I am about 24 hours away from flying to Monaco. So while you are listening to this, I may be on my way back potentially. So I'm really excited. I have never been there. I'm always excited to travel because I think travel just brings so much perspective. And I have to tell you that I didn't used to like to travel much because I was so rigid in my routine that it freaked me out. I always felt like I would be out of control if I wasn't in control of my routine, of my food, of my sleep. And I'll tell you that as I have traveled so much overseas, that I realized that, yeah, you really technically don't have a lot of control over exactly what time you're eating, what you're eating, what will be on the menu, can you get access to certain things. And at the end of the day, I have learned that if you go with the flow and you actually let go, that you kind of fall into a rhythm and everything is just fine and you are just fine. So with that said, I'm really, really excited to fall into the rhythm. I'm only there for about 5 or 6 days. So not a ton of time to fall into the rhythm, but it's going to be awesome. So I'll tell you all about it because I know that I'm going to learn a lot. I learn so much with every trip that I take. And this is part of my friend's mastermind, Rob Murgatroyd. He has been on the podcast before and I'm just like super excited. So I'll tell you all about it when I get back. All right. So today I want to give you a set of questions that is going to give you a reference point for a lot of decisions in your life that you can make for taking big leaps and making big decisions, and just even who you want to hang around, who you want your mentors to be, what podcasts you want to listen to, what books you want to read. And this came from the fact that Chris and I have both listened to the same podcast, and not naming any names whatsoever, but we both listened to a podcast that we really, really loved. But at the same time, it really challenged us because some of the opinions on it we did not love. We felt like it could really stop a lot of people from taking the action that they need to take. And, when we got home, because we were both on a run and we were listening to it, I said, there's a question that I keep on asking myself, and I don't even remember where I got it, but I think I probably got it from one of my podcast guests. But every time you feel a certain way about something, obviously everything to me is feedback. So even if I don't like the information that this person is necessarily giving, or maybe it's like freaking me out a little, or maybe it's making me feel like I'm questioning myself, or maybe it's making me feel like, oh, well, I'm afraid to go and do that thing because this person could pick me apart, or this person might think I'm a fraud, or, oh my God, this is the first time I've ever done this. And, if this person thinks this, then why would I even start, or whatever that looks like. Right. So something that I've been asking myself is, does this make me feel like I'm expanding or contracting? Do I get a feeling of expansion when I'm listening to this, or contraction? When I'm around this person, do I feel like I'm expanding or contracting? When I read this book, am I expanding or am I contracting? So there's usually not like an in between. It's not like I'm just neutral. It's usually one or the other. And if you don't feel like it's one or the other, then just ask a little bit deeper and feel into it. So for me, this was really interesting because I asked myself this after this certain podcast and some of the topics that they were talking about. And it was kind of about like, if anything, I felt like it could deter some people from getting started on their dream, because it's kind of like talking about how there's so many people out there who don't have good intentions and they're fake and whatever that looks like. And I was like, well, who are we to actually say that? And who are we to ever even know certain intentions? So I asked myself, does this make me feel expansive or contracted? And my answer was actually contracted. But I said, okay, why? Because you can't end there. If you end there, you don't get to grow. You don't get the real answer. So I kept saying, we went really, really deep into this. So I said, okay, if I feel contracted while listening to this, because there was also very expansive parts. If I feel contracted while listening to this, why? And I was like, oh my God, I'm afraid of being challenged when I do new things. Like, I'm afraid of somebody challenging my beliefs who I think is super superior to me, or a mentor. And even saying that, I get it, guys. Like, that's a problem within itself, but I'm a human being and we all have this place where we're like, no, I think they're a superior, they're ahead of me, or no, they're a mentor, or no, I may have put them on a pedestal on accident. It happens. So And that's a thing for me. Like, I will always speak to you so honestly, and this is real for me. So I have to take people off of pedestals. And when I say pedestals, it's like having me think that they are better than me because maybe they are ahead of me, or I think they're more spiritual than me, or whatever. I'm sure that you can totally relate. So I went deeper into this question. I said, well, why do I feel contracted? Is it because of the information they are saying, or is it because I'm afraid? And a lot of my contractions come, like, I feel contracted because it's something that I am afraid of. And the more that I started looking at this, I was like, oh, I'm afraid of being challenged in some of my beliefs. And I thought, so what would happen if I did get challenged by someone that I really look up to, or if they, decided that they don't like me? And I had this epiphany moment of like, well, it doesn't matter because they just don't know. And you know your intentions. And I added some really colorful swear words to it that made me feel really good, actually, and really rooted. And I was like, they don't freaking know me. And they don't know my intentions. So who are they to even judge? And that's okay. They're allowed to have their judgments and their perspectives because they also have life experiences and I don't know them. And I thought that was just such a beautiful place to be, of like, well, it would be okay if they don't like me anymore because I like me and I know why I'm doing it. And what it made me do is get so freaking clear on what I really want. And it made me realize that I need to be so clear and I have to know so much that it doesn't matter whose opinion comes at me ever, because this is why I'm here and this is what I'm doing. And I'm not going to die without doing it. Because if we are on this planet, here's the thing, you can have an existence, right? You can just exist and that's great. And you can enjoy it and you can just be, and that is beautiful. But I really believe that the opposite of depression is purpose. And I believe the opposite of depression is progress. And I believe the opposite of anxiety is action. So I want to live a life where yes, I'm being, and yes, I'm present, and yes, I'm enjoying and I'm grateful, but I'm also in action. I'm also creating my purpose. I'm also doing something that challenges me. So I want you guys to constantly be asking that question. And if you are in a place where you're like, oh, I don't like them, they make me feel contracted, ask why. This is not about making yourself feel better by making someone else feel bad or you making someone bad. If that's what these questions are doing, you're not going deep enough, because what it should do is free you to see that you need to be super solid and rooted in your beliefs, and that you can still love and respect that person from afar, even if they don't agree with you or love you or even like you, or if they challenge you. And that's awesome, because challenges are so important. Those people who don't support you, so important, because it teaches you to support yourself, which is vital. Those people who don't believe in you, so important, because it teaches you to believe in yourself, right? Those people who challenge you, so important, because it teaches you that you need to believe so firmly in yourself, and let it be okay that if your belief yesterday is different from today, like, let yourself be wrong. And that was another thing. I was like, if I'm challenged or I put out the wrong information or something that wasn't, great for someone, and this is what we're really afraid of, maybe putting something out that's harmful to someone without realizing it, right? Maybe not doing all of the work that we need to do or the research or whatever that looks like. You guys, you'll be just fine. You can fix it. You will figure it out. You can say, I was wrong. I'm sorry. Here's what I'm doing. I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Here's what I'm doing. And if you want anything successful, a relationship, a business, you're going to have to do that often. You're going to have to do that often, because the only way to know where you should be going and what you should be doing and what you should be thinking is to take action and get the feedback. And that's it. And readjust. Take action, get the feedback, readjust. You don't get anywhere just thinking about it. You don't get anywhere just meditating about it. You don't get anywhere just manifesting it or doing a vision board. It's massive action, you guys. So the question, is this making me feel more expansive or more contracted? Is this making me feel expansive or contracted? If it's making you feel contracted, don't stop asking why until you've freed the other person and not made them bad and taken full ownership of exactly why it's making you feel contracted. And here's the thing. If the answer is like, yeah, I don't think their intentions are awesome, and that's the deep rooted true answer for you in that moment, then that's also your answer. Like, awesome. That's great. They're on a journey. Like, let them go. Don't hold them as prisoners in your mind. Like when we hold somebody in our mind and can't forgive them, or we're mad at them, or we're so upset at what they said, like you are taking prisoners in your mind. You're putting them in a cell. And here's the thing is that prisoners have to eat and they take up space. So you have to feed them all of the time, which is what you'll do. And they take up space in your brain. So you are giving them all of your energy. And when you have prisoners, so many prisoners locked away, whether it's stuff that's happened to you or these people who were mean to you or these things that you're going to do, or you're going to get them back or you're going to show them, like, you have no energy to do anything else, and there's no room for expansion. So release your prisoners, let them go, know that they are on a journey, send them love, don't hang out anymore, maybe don't listen or don't do the thing, and then move forward, progress. So I'm sending you guys so much love. I hope that this helps today, wherever you're at. I always like to hear how it hits you, even where we are. Am I in your car with you? Are we on a run? What are we doing? Where are you at in your life? How did this make you feel? Because I love the feedback. So you guys, sending you so much love, and I am off on my trip. Okay, guys. Thank you. I'm so grateful for you. Mwah. Bye. Thank you guys so much for spending this time with me on the Earn Your Happy podcast. I am so glad that you stopped by. If you could take 1 second to share this episode with someone you think would love it, that would be absolutely amazing, and we would be forever grateful. Also, please leave us a review if you feel so moved by going to iTunes and leaving us an honest thought, an honest comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you want to hear more of. It would really help us out on our journey to helping thousands and thousands of people. Until then, don't forget to earn your happy. Thanks again, guys. Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. And I want to make sure that you have my phone number, and I'm not kidding. Did you know that I have a community text number? For real. My phone number is 310-496-8363. This goes directly to my phone. All you have to do is text the word daily to 310-496-8363. And I literally text you every single day, Monday through Friday. I actually just got done 30 seconds ago texting a bunch of people back, and I talk to you all of the time. You guys, people always ask me how I got my community text number and how it works. Well, all you have to do is you can just go to community.com and get your own. Community makes it easy to get a phone number that you can use to build your audience using text. People just text you at your number and they're added to your group. Then you can text them out audios, video links, anything you want. You guys, I text out happy birthday videos. I love to send podcast links, thoughts about life, book recommendations, different events that I'm doing in the local area. Texting gets me out of the noise of social media and directly into your hand. And now you can start texting your people too. Just go to community.com to get your phone number. They give you a 10-digit real phone number, not those weird short codes that look like spam, but it's more than a phone number. Your new number comes with an inbox for SMS and texting. This means you can actually manage your text list from your computer and an app on your phone. You can schedule text to send at certain times and to certain groups. You can even set up auto replies or let your assistant or customer service team answer your text messages via Community's awesome dashboard. Just go to community.com and ask for a free demo. They'll show you how it works and get you your number. It's time to start texting your audience versus just posting on social media. Everyone uses Community for that. So go check them out at community.com. I can tell you it's not just great for communicating with my audience, but Chris and I use Community and our texts to also sell out our launches. I'm telling you, you get such an incredible response because you really are creating a true deep sense of community, and it's so intimate. It's freaking amazing. Go check it out at community.com.
Want to know a huge secret to my success? Okay, not only my success, but just about every single person that I have interviewed on this podcast who is successful has this in common. You guys, they love to journal. They capture their life lessons and what they're grateful for. But a lot of people don't keep this up consistently. And most people do know that the research shows that journaling deepens your gratitude and increases self-awareness. But did you also know that journaling decreases stress and helps you achieve your goals faster? In fact, journaling is a huge differentiator between average performers at work and high-performing people. It leads to longer-term clarity, confidence, and success. So why don't more people journal? Why didn't I journal consistently? Honestly, they don't like staring at a blank page. It's hard to carry a book around with you or a notepad, and they just don't even know what to write about, or they just forget. That's why I know that you're going to love Growth Day. It's the world's #1 system for self-improvement, and it's like all-in-one personal development in an app. And it has an awesome digital journal, and people love it. Growth Day's digital journal has hundreds of research-backed writing prompts for self-reflection, positive mindset, confidence building, and success. I use them all the time, and it makes me think in ways that I typically don't, and it makes me ask myself better questions, which we all know gets better results in our life. It even has prompts that help you develop a daily, weekly, or monthly habit of reflecting on your life and identifying areas to grow. So it's a perfect time of year to start journaling, you guys. When you sign up at Growth Day, you also get systems for habit tracking, goal setting, and scoring, and improving every area of your life. Best of all, I get to teach there too, you guys. I'm so excited. I hope that I get to see you. I teach live in Growth Day every single month with a new topic just for you. So join me there. Start your free trial at growthday.com/Lori. Hey all, I'm so excited to share with you, Earn Your Happy is now part of Growth Day Podcast Network. A bunch of us are coming together to bring more growth to the world and support shows and brands that we truly believe in. And one of my friends is also on the network, and I'd love for you to go subscribe to his show. You guys, Trent Shelton has the most incredible podcast. It's called Straight Up with Trent Shelton, and it's going to remind you that you are built for this. I have heard Trent speak in person multiple times. I've listened to his podcast a ton. He's coming on the show, and I literally cannot wait because this man just spits straight fire. It is like truth that goes to your core and makes you take action right away. If you want one of those podcasts that when you're just out on a walk, you can't help but want to start running and run through a wall in your life, this is the show to go listen to. So you guys, make sure that you go subscribe to the show, Straight Up with Trent Shelton. You're going to love it.